Spark, a teenage monkey, and his friends, Chunk and Vix, are on a mission to regain planet Bana, a kingdom overtaken by the evil overlord Zhong. Hey guys! This is Cartoon Recapped. Today we'll show you a 2016 family comedy cartoon called Spark. Be aware of heavy spoilers. Sit back and enjoy the show. Set in a galaxy where anthropomorphic animal and aliens live together, 13 years ago, the evil primate General Zhong overthrew his noble brother to seize the throne of the planet Bana, using a spacetime anomaly known as the Slick, which has the ability to create black holes. Slicks were made by a wild creature known as a space Kraken. The black hole created from the Slick partially destroyed Bana, and swallowed up many subjects. Among the few survivors were a monkey only a year old named Spark, a warrior fox named Vix, and a boar mechanic named Chunk. In the present, Spark, Vix, Chunk and Spark's forgetful nannybot, Banani, secretly live on a shard used as a garbage dump, with Vix and Chunk leading insurgency missions against Zhong, although they constantly forbid Spark from coming along. One day, Spark intercepts an email sent to Vix about a new mission, and decides to take the mission himself without her knowing. The email leads to the Queen of Bana, whom Zhong still permits to live in the palace. After Spark infiltrates the palace and meets the Queen, she hands him a Kraken finder, which Zhong wants to use to find and recapture the space Kraken in order to destroy another planet. Spark decides to use it to find the Kraken himself. He tames the creature and brings it back to the garbage shard. But he then finds his home raided by Zhong's forces, who then capture both him and the Kraken. Zhong forces the Kraken to make a new Slick into which he hurls Spark, Vix, Chunk and the entire garbage shard. The trio discover that the Slick is actually a wormhole that leads to a desert planet. Vix and Chunk get upset at Spark for causing Zhong to obtain the Kraken, and then split up. Spark finds survivors of the first Slick, living in the King's old flagship battlecruiser. The captain of the flagship reveals that Spark is in fact the son of the King and Queen, who entrusted Vix and Chunk to hide and protect him. He also reveals that the King had actually died in an accident some years ago, but Spark has a vision of the King when he visits a memorial to him, and finds a special weapon made for the royal family. Spark then learns from the deceased king that his friends have been captured by giant mutated roaches. Spark, with the help of his father's spirit and his roach friend, Floyd, defeats the mutated roaches and rescues Vix and Chunk. Spark rallies Vix, Chunk, the captain and his survivors to mount an attack on Zhong, and Chunk figures out a way to use technology to make a Slick of their own. In the meantime, Zhong uses the space Kraken to intimidate the rest of the galaxy. The flagship and survivors return to Bana through their own Slick, and ultimately defeat Zhong's forces after a prolonged battle. Spark personally rescues the Queen from Zhong's own flagship, which gets critically damaged during the battle. Spark decides to rescue his uncle Zhong as well, but the annoyed Queen then punches Zhong into the Slick after he begs for forgiveness. The film ends with Spark's friends and allies celebrating him becoming the new Prince of Bana. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.